Shema Yasharala Yahweh Allahaynawa Yahweh Achad Shema Yasharala Yahweh Allahaynawa Achad Shema Yasharala Yahweh Achad. Alright, Shalom Akim, the high spirit wind lawyer of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Chakadash. Also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who well, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Alright, once again, I'm the high spirit wind lawyer. Alright, these bitches ain't got no manners, these niggas ain't got no standards. That's the name of the live stream. These BITCHESs ain't got no manners, and these niggas ain't got no standards. And I think that's one of the most potent lines I've heard from Lil Wayne from his mixtape "Sorry for the Wait" 2, song entitled "Trap House." You know, I like that song. It's like if you work out or you like to exercise, you might listen to rap, or for whatever reason it may have you. And that's a song I like to listen to when I need that energy. "Sorry for the Wait" 2. And he had a lot of hot punchlines in that song. But one line that he said that wasn't a punchline, it wasn't a metaphor, it was just straight facts, and it was reflective of nigga culture. Is that these women ain't got no standards, and these women ain't got no manners. These bitches ain't got no manners, and these niggas ain't got no standards. These bitches ain't got no manners, and these niggas ain't got no standards, man. And if that's not Jake culture, I don't know what is, man. It wasn't even a punchline. It was just straight poetry, straight facts, proverbs, man. You know, if we had to write another book of Proverbs of black culture, that'll be one of the scriptures, man. These bitches ain't got no manners. These niggas ain't got no standards, man. All right? And I'm up here thinking about it. All right? Sound like while I'm up here thinking about it, and I thought about it, like, what does he mean by women ain't got no standards? I mean, women ain't got no manners. They ain't got no self-respect, man. The average so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American woman, because Cardi B up in there too, right? She's like a representative of that Ephraimite woman, that Simeonite woman in America, man. Your wife should be a harlot in the city. What's the behavior of a harlot? It's shameless. So the average Israelite woman in America is shameless, man. All right, the scripture says the shameless woman should be counted as a dog, man. All right. If you as a woman, you don't have any manners, that means you don't have any class. See, the so-called black woman in America, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American woman, a westernized woman does not have class. She does not have manners. She does not have etiquette. She does not have self-respect. But guess what? There's a saying, and the saying is very true. A nigga will fuck anything. So one topic, I was just watching various videos, different videos just for male development, and that was like, hardly do you see a so-called black woman at the gym. All right, hardly do you see a so-called black woman at the park. Now granted, in the South you might see black women in the gym, in the park, but a lot of time black women don't actually run, you know. So you'll see a so-called white woman, man, she'll be jogging and shit. She'll be already in shape, but she jogging and shit. Whereas Eve always making an effort to lose weight. Eve always trying to lose weight. If you wonder why Eve is like that, because you could take a woman who's in her 40s, who's clearly overweight, clearly weighs more than you, and she still has a high confident mindset that she could get some penis now. She might not get a guy that she really wants to spend the rest of her life with, but she knows she could get some dick. And she'll tell you, she'll be like, yeah, I can get some dick. Because why? These niggas ain't got no standards. You see? You see? Look at Sexy Red, right? This bitch rapping when she was pregnant, man. Twerking when she pregnant to my baby daddy. And she pregnant, like 8-9 months pregnant, man. Then soon she had a baby, she back dancing and twerking, man. Look at Ciara pregnant ass dancing and twerking, man. All right, look at, I believe it was Summer Walker dancing and twerking, man. That's called not having manners. You have no self-respect, man. Look at the content in which they speak. It's always about infidelity, sexual promiscuity, the basing a man down to somebody who could sexually please them and get their money. You got no fucking manners. But right in the same breath, niggas ain't got no standards, man. A nigga fuck anything. You know, an Israelite man has a scavenger mentality. The so-called black, especially the so-called black and Issacharite man, they don't give a damn, man. All right. So all because you're economically the underdog, that doesn't mean you gotta behave like a fucking underdog. Behave like a bottom feeder, man. All right. And this is a message to the 1/3, man. This is what separates us from a 2/3, man. We have a conduct of how we carry ourselves, man. You might not get the best in regards of your car, your house, or, you know, from a 1 through a 10, the woman you're dealing with is a 10, but you can still have some type of a standard about yourself, a conduct, an expectation. Because one thing I've noticed about being an Israelite and being around niggas, being around Jake, man, Jake is basic. Basic in the sense that they just go off their lower nature. And Eve is like that too. Eve the reason why Eve is in the position she's in, because she goes off her lower nature. She might have a certain type of guy that she has with for status quo, but she still is led by her lower nature. And a nigga is led by his lower nature. And down here in Mississippi, man, Jake is full of adultery, man. Adultery is nothing. There's always a nigga saying, yeah, you know, this little broad I talked to, she married or whatever. Or a nigga be like, yeah, when her man ain't at the house, you know, when her dude, you know, in the same breath, he be going through with his bitch, worried about what his bitch doing, man. You know, and that's just the culture with Jake. It's Eve openly brags about her side. I don't know any other race that openly brags about betraying man. You know, and most women who openly brag about that be average than a motherfucker. Like, it's always a 6 with them fake eyelashes talking about her side dude, man. You know? See, art imitates life. And whatever you hear females rapping about, all right, that's a reflection of the audience that they're catering to. You know? The average female rapper is a stripper rapping. She's a harlot rapping. She's a harlot with a mic. Starting with Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown and all those things, man. Jackie O, I remember her. But those are role models. All right? But that's a theme. I always reflected on that particular line that Lil Wayne said in his mixtape, Sorry for the Wait 2. And the song was called Trap House. He was like, these bitches ain't got no manners. These niggas ain't got no standards. I'm like, damn, shit. Bars. You know? That's why it says in the scriptures, instead of Jeremiah, how Jake has been degraded to a degenerate vine, man. You went from being gold to a degenerate vine, man. Like you just going off, you're just nasty, man. You know? And truth be told, this kingdom can reduce you to that because it's nothing but PORN on your phone. You could get caught up into the trap of just watching females on your phone all day. And the females you watching are low value. All right? The females that you watching are low value, but you'll leave the house with that standard. The same things you watching in your phone, all right, it's easy to leave the house with that standard. And seeing that nobody's walking up to Jake, you know, offering themselves to Jake, the average Jake, you might find yourself having access to lower tier females, man. All right, but that's why, you know, Jake self-improves, man. All right, and shalom to the Akim and the Akwath who are tuning into this live stream, man. But if that's not the theme, if that line, that script that Lil Wayne said, these bitches ain't got no manners, is in self-respect, and these niggas ain't got no standards, man. If that doesn't represent Jake, I don't know what does, man. You know? See, 2/3 of our people are gonna die, but they're nothing but animals at this point. The average Jake is an animal, whether it's a male or a female. And women have the media to sort of project them in a more victim or innocent light, but the reality of these females, they're animals, man. They're animals. They're animals in heat. Right? They're animals. They're animals in their behavior, man. You know? You see? So that's something that, you know, we reflect on and we observe our people, man. And we even observe ourselves and just check our own behavior, man. Because when you're westernized, Esau in his society, he has Jake going off their lower nature. Like the average Jake doesn't have a standard when it comes to health and fitness, and the average Jake doesn't have a standard when it comes to the food he eats. He doesn't have a standard when it comes to women. A standard in a sense, because of his standard, he'll turn down this type of woman. Nah, nigga, fuck anything. You know? So we have to make sure we as the 1/3, we're not moving like a 2/3, man. And clearly Jake has their preferences, and that doesn't mean, you know, Jake doesn't have their preferences, but you know, you don't want to develop a scarcity or take what you could get because, you know, we in the truth and we just, you know, deal what we can deal with. Like that mindset can work against you, man. You're dealing with something that's below average, or not in looks but in behavior. That's the word, not in looks but behavior. You're dealing with mediocrity, not in looks but behavior, because you think, well, you know, I'm gonna deal with it to the kingdom. Like, nah, get the best outcome for your situation, man. I'm saying, in the kingdom, we're gonna get beautiful, stunning, gorgeous women that have been tempered with. But even in this nigga's kingdom, you can still have a certain standard, you know. You know, it doesn't have to be, well, you know, they all heartless, bro. But meanwhile, y'all under one roof. You know, you see, you might get with a woman because you thinking, look, I'm just trying to get my thing off or whatever. But next thing you know, y'all cohabitate or some shit, man. So, or she talking about she pregnant or some shit, you know. So nah, the 1/3, fuck the 2/3, man. Fuck the 2/3, man. We gotta make sure we're doing the opposite of them niggas, man. All right, the 1/3, we gotta have a certain conduct about ourselves, man. And that conduct, it sends a message to the world that we're not niggas, man. And it sends a message to yourself, to your subconscious, that you're not no fucking nigga. Because a man can be a slave to his libido, a man can be a slave to his emotions, or a man can be a slave to his principles, man. And I'm finding it a lot more, for lack of better words, it's refreshing to move in this world off your standard versus your impulses. You know, that's just being a man, to be aroused by a certain woman. It's not to feel bad, like, you know, man, I feel bad that I got aroused by this chick and I went for it. You know, that's just being a man. But to level up requires you to see yourself as a king and just be subject to your standards, man. It says in the scriptures, I believe it's in Sirach, but I'm thinking about the Good News translation. It says to not stare at harlots, you know, to not stare at harlots. And like I said, it's natural for a man, you know, to look at women when you go out in public. But when I think about that verse, to not stare at a harlot, you know, I really think about the internet, like how you might go on social media and just looking at females out there. You can get caught up into that shit, man. But something that I'm keen not to do, to the best of my ability, is to not get caught up in them online thirst traps, simply because I don't want to play into a woman's reality. I don't want to be one of the dudes that's putting little emojis with hearts on it and shit on your shit. Like I'm just the average Joe, man. You know? Like I don't want to play into Eve's reality where I'm inside of her world and stuff, you know? But, you know, Jake is easily driven by his lust to the point where he manifests that same lust that he has online. He manifests that shit in real time, man. But if you look at the nigga community, all right, it's a very debaucherous, low tier community. All right, male and female on their part. And you have to ask yourself, why would I adopt the mindset of a people who create environments like this? You know, what's the mindset of the people, all right, that create an environment like this, man? But it's hard as young men to, you know, not fall for those insidious traps, because the average woman is a harlot, and a harlot is really like a hunter that has a traps, and she traps you through her apparel. All right, what they call a thirst trap, man. All right. So I mean, you know, scripture say, you know, gaze not upon a harlot. You know, gaze not upon harlots, man. You know, like I said, as a man, you have a natural reaction when you go out to women. So we got to be realistic here. But just to, you know, spend hours of the day gazing upon harlots, and what that does, you deplete yourself of a real currency, and that real currency is time. All right, that real currency is time. You can always spend money and get it back, but you can't get time back. You see? So, I mean, like I said, we all are men, and we have to battle our impulses and stuff, but we have to make sure we're not making real world decisions based on our lower nature, you know? See, we have the laws, right? You know, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. So we'll skate through that law, or skate around that law and say, okay, I'm good. She ain't got a man. But we also can't make sure that we spending our time and our energy, or even our money, just to please our lower nature, just to please the flesh, man, please the ride, man. But really, in real time, we making real world decisions off the fucking ride, man. All right? But, you know, I believe there's a sign of leveling up when you're really navigating through your own principles that are designed to keep you out of trouble, you know, keep you out of stress and anxiety, you know, keep your finances in check, because you're orienting yourself in a society with your principles as opposed to your lower nature, as opposed to your flesh, which is your lower nature, man. But the Israelite woman, man, if you compare her to the women of other nations, all right, man, a harlot is always trumped by class. Harlotry is always substandard to class. So if you get Eve with her scantily apparel, and you put her around women that have class, she's gonna always seem lower tier, man. Because that baddie shit that Eve be pulling off, it doesn't hold a candle, all right, when you get around women that are actually feminine. All right, the women that are actually feminine, all right, women that actually have some type of femininity and class about themselves. And we know all westernized women are harlots to a certain degree, but there's levels to this thing, man. All right, you know. But yeah, you get Eve, the average Eve, man, that arouses you basically solely off the way she dresses and her attire. All right, and you put her in the same room with women who have some type of decency about themselves, she's gonna always come out like a little harlot, man. All right, you know. But this is a message for the Israelite man, is to, you know, not get caught up into the snares of a Western harlot, man. All right, not make real world decisions, because by the time you put your thing in, you finna make a real world decision. Like I said, we all men and things happen, but these are for the young man. All right, for the young man, all right, who may get caught up in that simplicity, man. All right, not understanding the outcome of going off your lust in a valley full of snares, in a country full of traps, man. But you know, that's all I got, man. Just these women ain't got no manners. These niggas ain't got no standards. All right, but to the next time, shalom.